Welcome back to Income Trading 101, and today we are going to take a look at Walmart. Walmart needs no introduction. As you guys know, I'm using TradingView software, and I love it because they give you all of these examples of, like, they put the earnings and the dividends right on the chart, which is great when you're analyzing a company because I always want to know, am I approaching an earning state? Did we just come through an earning state? So a recent dividend, wow, look at this. A 54-cent dividend. That's not bad. $2.16 a year dividend income. You gotta love these dividend paying stocks. Just it's a great way to create your life, your income for life. But I'm playing around a little bit with the time frame just to get a better idea, and this is as far as they will let me take it right now. But what a nice little upward trending channel that we can see in Walmart. I mean, it's tough to knock these guys. In fact, I'm gonna draw that there. Get rid of this one. I actually want to draw a different one. There we go. I'm going to draw a little trending channel. It's going to cut through some of those lows. But, I mean, Walmart has been in a nice channel for a while. This it's just hard to beat this stock. And certainly, it had a period of little to no growth, sort of sideways trading from 2013 to 2015. 2015 definitely did not go their way. And since then, it's just been on a slow climb. Even when you take into account the fall it had in the first half of 2018, and then even the incidents of 2020, shook it, and it came on back. So what an amazing stock. Let's start off as we normally do. We'll look at a couple of moving averages just to get a better sense of where we are with Walmart today. So, and like I've mentioned before, I just like to use simple moving averages. They'll give me all of the immediate data that I want. I'll use a short term, which is going to be a 2-week. It's a 10-day moving average. I'm going to turn that one green because it's the one that I like to use for buying. And then we're going to create a 20-day and turn that one red, just the same. So it's basically 1 month of trading data. And then we're going to look at a 60-day. And you can get more refined, to choose more refined levels for, whatever colors and whatnot make you happy. It really is just, the goal is just to be able to get a quick snapshot of what this company looks like on a chart, and whether or not the moving averages are something that you could use as a trading signal. And I also like to remove the volume data because it really doesn't help me much at this point. So I'm going to pull it on in, look at the 1 year. So here's 1 year of data. You've got a low of about 102 and a high of about 153. So, while it doesn't look like much, I mean, a 50% stock price variation in a span of about a year is pretty big. Let me widen this out too. I didn't mean to compress it earlier. Give us a little something else to look at. There we go. That looks like a tradable chart, doesn't it? Okay, so we can see some clear moments when a big up move forced or allowed for a cross in the moving averages, but by and large, I'm not seeing a lot. Maybe since this has been a long-term up move, it's really not given the 10 and 20. I don't think are giving great info, unless you're really looking to get kind of whipped around. Let's pull this down too. So you've got here, a situation where the prices moved ahead of these moving averages, and you have a crossover here. So typically when people trade with the moving averages, they buy the short-term cross above the medium term, and then they sell a cross back below it. So you would have looked to buy probably the bar after this, and then you'd be looking to sell somewhere around here. I like to look at selling when the actual price goes through your moving average. And here's a warning about using moving averages. This is a lagging indicator. I've said that on a few videos, but let me explain what that means. It means that it's reacting on old news, and these charting softwares will change. So the moving average changes every day as you add new price data. It changes. So what looks like a clear crossover one day with one price move up or price move down might actually change. So I actually like to create spreadsheets where I calculate these moving average prices myself, because at least then I'm able to track where it was yesterday, where it is today, and how the slope of the line changed or anything like that. Whereas the charting software, what looks like a clear signal today might actually tomorrow look like nothing at all. So that's it for the moving averages. You do see that the 3-month, the 60-day, the price has been well above that for some time until recently. So maybe this is an indication that Walmart is about to start looking bearish, but that's a tough one to say when you're looking at a company that has been in such a long trend up, and it's only remained below the 60-day for brief periods of time before coming back up. So we'll see if this period today is going to be extended or not. Let's go ahead and move on. We'll hop out of the moving averages. Next up, I like to look at the MACD line. So let's throw out a MACD, which is sort of a variation of the moving average, and gives us similar information but on a different note. So the goal here is to be able to use these MACD lines, the MACD crossovers, for indications of when to buy and sell. So you have a crossover back here in April that lined up here with this gap, and then price, let's extend this a little more so you can see price a little better. Crossover there, and then with the big move there, you had a crossover back here actually in the let's see, you had a crossover below the zero line that did end up predicting, if you will, this period that led to that up move back in July, early July of 2020. And since then it's just sort of been choppy, but we've had recently a crossover above the zero line, and the above part means that it's in an overbought situation. When it's below, it's in an oversold situation. So we had that crossover, and we saw prices come off here. We'll say we'll call it early December until late December. Then we had a crossover below the zero line. And if you remember, right now it's a period where the 60-day is actually crossing, the 60-day moving average is crossing above actual price action. So we'll see if this leads to, if there ends up being some good buying opportunity here or not. But right now I'm going to say it's tough to use that as a trading indicator. Let's just take a look. I do like using Fibonacci retracement, but I'm going to squinch this up to get more data. There's no retracement here to really look at. I mean, the stock has just been on an upward move. You could look at some of these medium. So we could do a medium term Fibonacci retracement. here, from say this low that happened back in June all the way to the high that we saw in December, and see if that gives us any good information. I'm gonna spread it out just so we can see it a little better. This move, so according to this move, we've already gotten to the 38.2% retracement of that last upward trend. But the problem is we're analyzing a portion of a trend that's part, or we're analyzing the trend of a part of a much larger and longer trend. And I'm also, intentionally, 2020 was sort of a mix up. I shouldn't say a mix up, but it was different because you had information, you had systematic information that is not specific to the company. And so there's sort of a gap in analysis when you look at what happened between February and April of 2020, when most companies fell. But then to see this company take off again once July happened. And I think in July again, that was people getting a little more, either a little more or less comfortable with online retail, and also, buying supplies to clean up for the pandemic. So it's been quite a doozy of a period, even for technical analysis. But as I look at this, what's interesting is, so right now we've just bounced off of that 38.2% level. You can see in November we sort of went through it. So this would be a previous period where that might have held a little bit or been valid. I'm looking for other areas, price history that might actually be an indication of longer term strength or resistance. So at this 50% level, which would be the 135 level, we did see some support, a lot of support back in September there. We also saw that level play resistance back in August, back in mid-August. And part of what started that quick bull rally, or that bull period, was when this would have been on August the 27th, broke through that level, that previous high, broke through pretty quickly, and you saw price shoot up almost, through $150, and it came right on back to that 135 level, which I'm seeing as a 50% level, and rallied from there. So maybe if this stock is going, if Walmart does continue to go lower, I would look to that 135 level as a place, sort of a level of support or a level of significance, if nothing else. And that really is about as much credence as I would give it. Right now, of course, like, it's just hard to ignore the fact that this stock is in a long-term bull. And look, they have strong earnings. They end up they pay dividends consistently. It's hard to knock a stock like this. And if you're going to short it, I would definitely either use instruments that will allow you to take a short position, a protected short position, like an option, a put option, or you could always use a covered call as a means of, making a little money on this stock as it maybe pushes lower. But you have to decide if this is going to be a long-term hold for your portfolio. And given the nature of its business model, its strength in the economy, and a number of things, the fact that they are increasing the strength and putting more effort behind Walmart online, their online shopping, to compete with Amazon, it's hard to knock Walmart. I mean, here in America, we like to buy stuff. And ironically, when people buy stuff, a lot of that money goes to Walmart. In fact, that may actually give a little more fundamental data behind what happened here. I think last July was when there was I can't remember if it was July or maybe September, but whenever that last little chunk of stimulus money was sent out to across the country, that money, a lot of that money ends up going to subsidize Walmart, or at least benefit Walmart. So that's another topic for another day. This is a technical review, not a fundamental. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. You definitely can find more information at incometrading101.com. And that's it. Hope you have a great day.